Okay, thank you very much for joining me. In this part, we'll discuss the sprite renderer component, which is used to display an image, a PNG file or JPEG. Um, First of all, let's look at how to import images first. So this guy here in the scene, he actually comes from a file that con contains multiple sprites. So if I double click on this, you see we have the frames of the animation here in one image. In Unity, you can take this and split it into multiple images. That's what I did here, and then you can select a specific sprite from this. Let me show you how to split it. You select the file first and go here to Sprite Editor. And then you have some options. You can split this automatically. You can split by how many there are, how many sprites there are, or you can split it by size. If you know the exact size in pixels. You almost never use automatic because if you do, most of the times these sprites will be of different size and they will be centered differently. So you almost always split by cell size and count, especially if it's an animation. Um, let's say we want to split it by count. You can go here, select that, and you can count how many there are. In this case, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you can say one row, 11 columns, and then split it like that. Okay. Also, if you're using pixel art like I have here, you want to go to filter mode here and change from bilinear to point. Bilinear means and trilinear means it will combine the pixels to make the image look smoother. In this case, we want to see every pixel, so we say point here. You can also change the pixels per unit. This is not that relevant right now. I think that's everything about the import settings. Now, when to change the color of a sprite. Let me show you. This is the sprite renderer component. The sprite here is the image that it is displayed. And you can change the color. In this case, this guy is already colored, so we keep it white. Because if you change it to another color, it doesn't look very good. So if the sprite is already colored, most of the times you leave it white. Um, if you have white sprites like this here, then you can change the color and it will look good. As you can see, we can change the color of this and it looks good. Um, you can also flip the sprite on a certain axis, on X or on Y. So if you do it, this is how we do it on the X, and this is how it looks on the Y. Sprites can have a draw mode, and for that we'll switch to another scene. Wait, is this the one? Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Yes. Okay, my bad. So for we can change the draw mode of the sprite renderer here. You simple means one image. I don't know what sliced it, but tile means you repeat the sprite, the same sprite. In this case, the background here repeats a certain texture. So if I go and change here the width and the height, you see we have this. If I increase it, it just repeats that image. Okay, those are the draw modes of the sprite renderer. You also have a sprite sort point. Let me see. Sprite sort point. This is used to place some sprites on top of other. Um, you'll see that later. It's used in, mostly in games with a top-down view. We also have the sorting layer here, and the ordering layer. So with these settings here, you can place some sprites on top of others. In this case, this guy here is on the default layer and the sub layer 1 of that default layer. So it's on top of the background, which is on sub layer 0, the default layer. Then we have the shield here is on layer sub layer 2, so it's on top of the guy, and the sword as well. So with this you can place some sprites on top of others. Let's see. Here we have a script. Let's see what it is, because I forgot. Okay, this is a script. This is a script where we can flip by pressing keys and change the sprite by pressing keys. So as you can see, we can have variables that are whole components. We can say public sprite renderer, and make a variable of type sprite renderer. Now we place the sprite renderer in the inspector into this variable, but you can get components in code. So you can say, let's say we don't have the sprite renderer, we just have the variable, but there's nothing in it. Let me show you. You can say sprite renderer equal get component sprite renderer. So with this function, with the get component function, you can search for a certain component on the object, and if it exists, then it will return it. So you can use this to get components. By default, if you just say get component, this will look for the component on the object that has this script, but you can specify an object here as well and search for the component on that object. Okay, I'll delete that because we already have the sprite renderer inside the variable. So like I said, we can actually I forgot to mention, in Unity you can get almost all properties of a component and change them in code. In this case, uh, here we have SDW to flip it, to flip the sprite. So you see here we say uh, that sprite renderer flipX is true or false. Same for the vertical flip. But then here, when we press 1, 2, 3, and 4, we change the sprite. You can change the sprite of the sprite renderer by code by saying that sprite renderer, that sprite, and say equal and specify a sprite. So let me show that it works. Okay, 1 second. So here when we press A, you see, and I press A, it goes to the rotates to the flips to the left. I press D, flips to the right, and then we have this. And when I press 1, 2, 3, and 4, I can change the sprite of this. Okay. Now let's discuss here. Let's see what this is. I forgot. Oh yes. This is about sprite renderers that use the tiled mode. So in this script, we can change the size of that sprite by using ASDW, and we can change the color by pressing 1, 2, 3, and 4. So to change the size here, that's a vector too, so it has an X and a Y. So when we say sprite renderer size, we're referring to the size of a sprite renderer that is in tiled mode. If you don't have a sprite that's in tiled mode, this will not work. I think you'll get an error. Then we add, we can change uh, the size both vertically and horizontally here. And we have some colors. And in this part here, when we press 1, 2, 3, and 4, we can change the color here. Say that sprite render that color, you can specify a color and change the color of that sprite render. So let's see the scene. let's see it. Okay, so I press D, and you see I add 1 to that, so it repeats one more time. And when I press A, I subtract 1, so it's 1 unit less. Also for WNS, I can change the size. And then if I press 1, 2, 3, and 4, I can change the color of that, as you can see. So that's everything about the sprite renderer. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll discuss the animator in the next part.